big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Dalton off play action. And his first pass is incomplete.
Darnell Mooney, the target there.
And that'll bring up 2nd down. And some room to run now. He's at the 50. The 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Marquise Goodwin, 87 yards.
And the Bears on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Murray now.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively at 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes.
Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. This one complete to Christian Kirk. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, an even 90 yards. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. We less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up. When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And now it's 2nd down. First carry now. This is Williams. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down.
Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Dalton. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, 68 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk. Pushing his way through, and down to the 11.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
And he's got it, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Touchdown! A.J. Green. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're
under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton. On the sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. Fields now to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Fields going to get this to Montgomery. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, Their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Now Montgomery. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Here's Fields. Caught by Montgomery. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Now a give running left with Montgomery. Gets by him at the 25. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up first and goal.
Yeah, some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll run with Montgomery. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
On second and goal, Fields. That is hauled in by Jimmy Graham. Touchdown Bears. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Bears have broken the tie. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get
A.J. Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. First carry for James Conner. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another first down there as this one goes for 25. This is caught, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. Got his man. It's Williams. Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. But it'll be second and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision.
That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Prater for the extra point. And we are tied here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back and forth first half that we've seen. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Montgomery on the counter. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That thing blown up by the defensive effort of Chandler Jones. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. That one completed to J.P. Holtz. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. Touchdown, Cardinals. Murray able to connect with Christian Kirk. And the Cardinals have broken the tie. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. Murray, a quick throw out to Kirk. The 40, 30. 10.
We got plenty of fight, baby.
Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, 75 yards. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click. And I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
From the 25 on second down, Fields dancing to his left. He's got a man here. It's Montgomery. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete right side to Kmet. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Again, Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And the Bears are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
A shotgun snap, Fields. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Bears draw a bit closer. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. Isabella not going to risk a return here, and they'll start at the 25.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right?
Touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins, 75 yards. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would because...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Marco Wilson, the one to bring him down. Back to throw, Fields.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And this is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Marquise Goodwin. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears have cut it to within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
Yeah, you know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down. This out quickly to Williams. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Well, that's one of the drawbacks of running the RPO. If those linemen go into run block mode, you can't throw it if they're more than a yard downfield. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. pass is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even know
for them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point good by Prater, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. To throw is Fields. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Prater for the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give him a chance.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown. Marquise Goodwin. 81 yards. And the Bears are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And the Cardinals' hands team able to secure the football. Pass midfield, look out. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel, but they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Green. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. Murray's throw on target to Christian Kirk. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Murray going to fire one out wide. Touchdown, Cardinals. A.J. Green with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. So that drive there, CD, a good response, and that might be the one that gets them to the finish line, a comfortable lead.
Yeah, and that's all about not letting the team back into a game because they just gave up a touchdown. It was back to a two-score game, and anything can happen in that situation. But instead, they came through with a really terrific drive right there that ended in 6. So you like to slam the door on teams. In this case, they're trying to lock it as well.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. He's picked off near his own 48. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one. Montgomery. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. Touchdown, Bears! David Montgomery. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll get in for the score. And that's going to cut the lead down to 13. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players. But most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
And this will be a touchback. No return from Isabella. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Forced out to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. On 2nd and inches, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Fields to Kmet there for a Chicago first. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Fields. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jonah Mooney. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Bears have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Well, after another passing touchdown, I don't think it'd be an understatement to say that he's in the zone, and I believe he likes it.
Santos with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here, or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Room to run past midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Murray, a quick throw complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. A quick throw there out to Williams. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And some room to maneuver. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. And the touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. On play action, Fields. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack.
And here we go on 4th down. Fields.
Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. He finds his man, complete. That's Daniels. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. And that's complete. It's Green here. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Out of the gun, Fields.
Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Buda Baker with a pick, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, 55 yards.
And the Cards tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter.
Extra point good by Prater. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened.
And my goodness, another interception. Buda Baker with a pick, and that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another.